I get what you're saying. I do. I understand that it's disillusioning, that democracy has taken a lot of hits in the last few years. But there is something in the Constitution, I think, speaks volumes for what this experiment in democracy could be. And that line is to create a more perfect union. It's not democracy that is flawed. It's capitalism that is flawed. It is capitalism that causes the greed, that causes the flaws in democracy. If capitalism was not a thing, if we could wipe capitalism off the board and just have democracy, a government of the people, by the people, and for the people, we'd get a lot of shit done. I grew up in a time when I never thought I'd see the day that Christian nationalists would be trying to turn this country into a theocracy. My generation never thought they'd see that. And yet here we are, with the likes of Donald Trump at the helm, leading the charge for theocracy. When 2016 happened and Hillary Clinton got the nomination, a lot of the Bernie bros stayed home and they silenced themselves and they gave Donald Trump that win. That wasn't all their fault, but it didn't help. I wasn't a fan of Hillary Clinton. I would have gladly seen Bernie on that ticket. But Hillary was the lesser of two evils. And I would vote for her any day of the week if it meant that Donald Trump never got into that White House. Because democracy is worth fighting for. It is. It's capitalism that kills us. It's capitalism that turns things to tyranny. Because capitalism promotes greed. Look what's happening with our economy. This isn't anything that Joe Biden can control. This isn't anything the Republicans can control. This is capitalism at its finest. Corporate oligarchs getting rich off of our blood, sweat, and tears. If we don't raise our voices, then democracy dies. And what is left is tyranny. Capitalism and tyranny. Theocracy and tyranny. That's what's left. If we raise our voices, then democracy doesn't die. And the idea of democracy of the people, by the people, and for the people remains alive. In order to create a more perfect union, we are obligated to raise our voices for our children so that when our children are grown, they have the opportunity to have a better life. I understand the disillusionment. It's not easy to watch your country be torn apart by politics. And that's what's happening. But corporate greed and capitalism are a big factor in that. The politics aside, corporate America has done everything it can to fuck us. Everything. It doesn't care who it is. So we raise our voice by voting to save our democracy, to get rid of the theocracy and the tyranny that could very easily be put in place. My husband, love him to death, didn't vote until 2020 for the first time. Now he will never not vote again because he realizes just how important that process is. It's not democracy that is flawed. It is capitalism that is flawed. Because capitalism without guardrails is corporate greed. When a corporate CEO makes 1,000 times what their lowest paid employee makes, that's where the problems lie. When corporate greed allows them to go into the halls of our Congress and lobby them to get laws passed that do not benefit them, or that do not benefit us, but benefit them, that's where the problems lie. Capitalism and corporate greed. Democracy can be wonderful. It can be what it should be. But in order to do that, we have to get out and vote. We have to raise our voices, and we have to stop letting corporations have control of our government. It's not democracy that is flawed. It's capitalism that is flawed.